I think so.
Yeah. Welcome, podcast friends.
Welcome. That was a good intro. Yeah. Welcome, podcast friends.
We're here.
We're here. Thanks for hanging out in our conversation again.
Yeah, it's daytime. It's nice weather outside. Weather report with Sarah. It's freaking awesome. Step outside.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like where we're at, it's like sunny and hot. And then I have some friends in Colorado. They just had like their first crazy snow. Yeah, they just had their crazy first like thick snow of the year. I'm like, I'm out here like putting sunscreen on. This is crazy.
I put sunscreen on today too. And I was like, you know what? Let's get that arm that's in the window all the time.
You get
Cover that bad boy up with some sunscreen.
You get that one dark arm.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma like drove to, she had this truck with no air conditioner.
Yeah.
Like this is like back in the 80s, I guess. And she always drove with her elbow out like this. And then years later, she did that for like a long time. Years later, she had ridiculously bad skin cancer right here.
I believe it. Yeah, there's some things I want to get checked on. Be like, is this okay?
Yeah, and it's great. Okay? Yeah.
So it's in the sun all the time.
Yeah, she told me it's because she had her elbow out like the window and it was getting exposed the whole time.
Yeah, I've seen that with side by side. Mostly in the face, it's like, do this or you're going to get wrinkles, and you'll see like one side sag more because it's had more sun damage and breaks down sooner than the side that was in the shade.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So my bougie ass, I'm putting on sunscreen.
Bouge.
Bouge.
But I remember when she was a kid, she had this wicked, I think it was 18 stitches or 28. It was something with an 8. It was a lot. It went down from like mid-arm meat.
Oh, where they cut it out?
Yeah, It was a little tiny little spot.
But
to get it back then, I don't know if they have to do that. It's such a big cut now. They had a cut from about like the top of the shoulder meat all the way down past the elbow. It's like the middle of the forearm.
Yeah, they probably didn't have good, like, all right, we got to see how least far it could possibly go. Because it's something called fingers, yeah?
Yeah. When they do it, it's called a clean edge. Like they want to take a chunk out, and then on the microscope, they look for a border of cancerous cells all the way around. It's a clean edge or something. Yeah. I think that's the term. So they had to take out a lot. I remember it was crazy. It scared me when I was a little kid.
You'd be like, I don't like that.
Yeah, and then if I was ever like in the car as a passenger, like when I was little, and my elbow was out the window, I always I had this. Oh no! Yeah, I had this fear of like sticking my elbow out of the car window because I was going to get cancer and die.
Yeah, I was pretty afraid of toothpicks for a long time. I was very.
You're afraid of toothpicks?
Well, okay, so I got dehydrated. We were in South Dakota, so I'm probably like 3. What else happened? I don't know.
Why were you in South Dakota?
I lived there.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was one of the last Air Force bases we lived on in Rapid City.
All right, didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was dehydration. They brought me to the hospital. They put an IV in, and I had fluids. I was probably was there for 24 hours. I got cute pictures, but I was really convinced that it was a toothpick that was in my arm. As the IV.
Okay.
I was just in my head, like even now picturing it, I'm like, it was a toothpick. It was nothing else.
I wonder why you thought the IV was a toothpick.
I don't know, but that's what I saw. And even now I've had to go to the hospital like maybe 2 times getting just like dehydrated and being sick and just like, all right, fluids. And I'm like, I got good veins. You can take it from my hand. They don't necessarily like it when you do that. And they're like, just let me do my fucking job. Which I get, but...
So now whenever you think of toothpicks, what pops in your head?
I use them. That's not my favorite way to floss. Water pick, guys, like, come on.
Yeah, I want to get one of those.
Old school.
Toothpicks are old school?
It's great. You just ate all the bone off of a chicken wing. All the meat off the bone. Yep. Get you a piece of wood to get the rest of that meat out. Like, that's appropriate. But for, like, everyday cleaning...
Let's go water pick.
Yeah, get a water pick or,
I've never used a water pick.
They're pretty great. I don't have one that plugs in. Mine's like a battery operated one.
Does it substitute for flossing? Or are you still supposed to floss?
I would still floss, but it definitely. Yeah. It's a lot easier to use than flossing every day.
It's true. I'm a bad flosser.
Yeah.
Because I don't do it very often.
I'm obsessed with my teeth.
Yeah, with flossing?
All of it.
Yeah.
I scrape my tongue, I floss, I water pick, I'll floss after I eat.
Have you ever done oil pulling?
No, I think I'll gag. I'm just like, that's not how I want to start my morning. Just like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's great pulling toxins out. Like, I don't not believe it, but haven't done it.
Yeah, I haven't done it. I was kind of banking on you. I was like, she's going to have done that one.
I have read about it.
But oil pulling, is basically where you get, it's usually coconut oil. It's the oil.
Yeah, and you just swish it.
For 20 minutes.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
To have saliva and coconut oil in your mouth.
Just going around mashing, man. And it's supposed to suck out toxins and then other things. I don't know exactly sure what it's supposed to do besides like clean your gums.
Yeah, I don't know. Give them a nice deep conditioning.
But every time I read, I'm like, oh, I need to do that. But then when I'm looking at the jar, like when I'm not
like, I don't know if I want a spoonful of that in my mouth.
Yeah, when I'm about to actually do it, I'm just like, that seemed like a better idea when I was reading it. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do this for 20 minutes.
I mean,
so I've never done it, not even for like 1 minute.
I do my dentist visit twice a month.
Twice a month?
Sorry, twice a year.
I was like, you are for real.
I pay an extra $90 every 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Sorry, I didn't realize how big this mug is. I'll protect it with my hand.
A little bit of the beach beer just hit the mic. If you're wondering, if you're wondering what that was.
Mugs are so satisfying. Like, why don't more people drink everything out of mugs?
That's true.
Like, why do we have? I mean, okay, I know where we have different cups, but mugs are great.
Mugs are just pretty satisfying. It's like, give me that mug.
I just want to hold a big old mug.
Yeah, it feels cozy in your hands.
Yeah, right. It's like beer.
How are you doing?
So, because I mean, you still hold a mug like it's full of like hot tea but then it's filled with anything you want it to
you
be.
never know.
You never know.
You never know what's in
this. And it's like, oh, she looks content. Damn right I am.
I wonder what's inside of that mug. You never know.
You never know. Is it vodka? Is it water? Who knows?
Is it margarita beer?
It's definitely margarita beer today.
I believe that's the lime goose.
I guess so.
I Googled that and it said it was a German beer.
Oh.
That term. So there you go.
There we go.
German. Prost. Oh man.
Wait. You can't just say it and not do it. Okay. Right. Prost. There we go. Got to keep looking.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot for a second.
You can't forget that.
I still can't get that word down.
That's okay. It's a hard word.
I've been doing a lot of yoga.
Yeah, how's that been?
Pretty good.
Yeah, what you been doing there, Doc? How's your yoga experience been going? You been doing like asanas, movements, or are you doing like breathing practices and mindfulness?
I guess both. I like the vinyasas type where you flow around.
It is fun.
Because I don't know, it feels good. It feels like I'm doing stuff.
Yeah, you're like, I moved my body today.
Yeah. Well, I really like connecting the breath. I liked how the breath is connected to each movement and you go through. Yeah. Like the salutations and stuff. That's all very connected and flowy. That's pretty fun for me.
Sun A.
Yeah.
Sun B.
No, but you gotta do that. You gotta do the yoga nose breathing. You can't go.
Oh, it's for effect, okay?
Okay, yeah, it sounds awful. you gotta do I can't remember what it's called, but you gotta do the scratchy mouth nose breath. Yeah. What's that breath called?
Pretty sure Ujjayi.
Is it? That sounds.
Yeah, Ujjayi breath.
That sounds good. But that's how it's got to be. That's the yoga. But
your throat hole is open. Breathe through it. All right.
Yeah, it's been pretty good because like I've talked about on the podcast, like after I got COVID and I got really sick, like my brain feeling weird and stuff like that. But another thing has been my meat. I call it my meat.
Your
like
meat sack,
like my soul sack, man. It's been like really weird. So I got sick like 6 months ago, five months ago, something like that. And then something like that. And then when I got back to reality after about 8 or 9 weeks, if I would exercise like to how I was prior to getting sick, it felt like I got hit by like, like I got beat up by like a baseball bat. Like someone got me, just whooped me up with a baseball bat. So that I wouldn't be able to work out again for like another 4 or 5 days. So I can only work out like maybe once, maybe 1.5 times a week.
Yeah. And then doing it lighter than you had been doing it.
And yeah. That still wasn't working. Like I was just like, so I couldn't, I haven't been able to exercise. I haven't had a lot of energy. That's coming back though.
Good.
Yeah. That's coming back.
Energy.
Yeah. I do too. I'm a fan. So like that's coming back. But then like, it's just weird. Like my meat don't do what it's supposed to.
Being like, Marf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meat work.
Yeah. I've been the same meat for 39 years. I get it. And then like, now it feels like different meat.
Yeah. Well, near-death experiences kind of do that to you, bro.
I guess so, man. It's so wild. So I was getting frustrated because I couldn't work out like I wanted to, or anyway. So I couldn't physically do it. But then like my brain was very unhappy because I was like, I want to like do stuff that's good for me, but I can't do it. Yeah. And it wasn't because I wasn't being disciplined or wanting to do it. It's like I was just like, it's just weird. Like I just not physically been able to do it. So I got really frustrated, and then I bent over to pick up something. I can't remember. And I was like, oh man, I'm so stiff.
Like, oof,
yeah. I was bend. Just like, yeah, I was like, I can't bend. I was like, wow. I was like, you know what? I haven't been able to really bend since I got sick. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to do yoga.
Yeah.
So I started, just so I could move and get flexibility. But I enjoy doing it because I'm not that good at it, but so I can get better at it. So, but when I do yoga, besides being able to bend over and touch the ground or whatever, being flexible, like kind of getting the meat back to
get it to sea level so we can start optimizing again.
Yeah. So getting there, and then, but it's cool because it's hard. You know, some of that shit's really hard. Well, all of it's really hard. But so then I can get better at it and I can do it multiple times in a week.
Heck yeah. That's where you're at now.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool because I actually got stuff to do. Like, I can do this exercise. It doesn't kill me. It makes me better.
And then you're not feeling totally wiped out the next day.
Yeah, so I can do it. I could actually keep doing it as opposed to doing it like one day.
That's what we call progress, guys.
Yeah. So that's been pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that. And it got me back into, I talked a little bit about last time, the Kundalini. That's always my, like when I think of yoga, I'm like, I would like to get into that one the most.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me look at that one thing. I guess I've never seen.
Because it has the most like spiritual connection, exercise magic. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I mean, absolutely. Yeah, Kundalini is really cool. Come on, thing. Do what I asked you to do. This place. 8th Chakra Studio. I mean, are they not in Georgia? Correct. They're not. They are in Santa Ana, California. But it is a Kundalini space.
Where's it at? There's not a lot of them. It's like kind of...
It's in Santa Ana.
Okay. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to find Kundalini, even on the internet.
But he does some really cool stuff, and he does like live things since COVID and all that kind of jazz. So it has a little bit more accessibility.
That's cool. If you're not familiar with Kundalini yoga, you should Google it. If you do, though, the first thing that comes up is
don't be afraid because you see some serpents.
Yeah, you see a bunch of weird like that stuff, and then like it's called like if you YouTube it, like the main thing that pops up is called a Kundalini spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's what everyone wants.
I mean,
but they want it in like 10 seconds.
You got this soul sack.
Yeah.
You might as well figure out how to activate it.
That's true. But if you look at it, like the videos look crazy, man. Yeah. Like,
does it have spiral ascension on that?
Probably.
Yeah, that's a really good sound. I was thinking things in my noggin thinker, putting that on the sound clip.
Let's do it. We need some cool.
Spiral ascension, and you can take it through different like hertz and frequencies. My favorite is, what is it called? It's on one of the videos I'd mentioned before, talking about like solid geometric shapes. Taking the internal angles, adding them up, and putting that to frequency.
Oh, yeah. I remember talking about it.
So like circle, square, 360.
Yeah.
And then so on and so on. That's how good I am at math. So.
And so on and so on and so forth.
But using them and doing like the platonic solids, which we've, kind of seen in science classes, things like that. And
what's a plutonic solid?
They are geometric shapes.
You just kind of blew past that word like everyone knew what it meant.
You know what that is.
I was just like, I felt kind of dumb. I was like, I don't know what that word means.
I will look it up just so I can tell you the right thing. So I'm not like, that thing, because then also now there's a beer in my body. So they are 3-dimensional space solids that are convex polyhedrons.
All right.
So like you have your cube, your tetrahedron, your octahedron, isotetrahedron, and dodecahedron. But then you can also have like a star tetrahedron, which is what their Merkaba is.
Gotcha.
Because it's two of the tetrahedron, so it's a star tetrahedron. But they have internal angles, and the video puts those angles to sound and plays them as like harmonics.
You can watch it and hear it at the same time?
Yeah, they sound like angels. And if you look at like Pythagorean's theorems, the number scales match musical scales. He didn't know that, but they are like perfect pitch. That's why you have like 432. It's like a sound that are singing bowls and Native American flutes.
Yeah, there's
kind of pitch too.
It does seem like there is like a universal
sound.
Yeah, people we just find like pleasant for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's just it matches.
It's
the sound of the cosmos.
Yeah, so
that's a good one.
What?
All of it.
I thought you were proud of yourself because you said sound of the cosmos. That was pretty dope. I'm like, that was a good one.
Yeah. But no, yeah, the sounds of the platonic solids and how it vibrates and all that good jazz. I forgot what we were talking about, truthfully.
So you mean what you were talking about?
Yeah. I mean, you're part of this conversation. We're locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in. I'm just gonna let you just roll with it. Kind of see. I'm just kind of seeing where this one was going.
Just keep talking. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of had the same experience. Not recently. In case you guys are interested, like I had a lady friend and we were talking, and for some reason I just started going on rants. Now, not like ranting and like, not like Bill Burr.
But just talk. Bill Burr, he's intense.
Yeah, so not a Bill Burr type rant. I don't know if rant was the right word. I was just, all the stuff I talk about on the podcast, just like.
All of it at one time.
Yeah, and then I think she said like 7 words.
You're like, I'm going to take control of this conversation.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but I started talking about like all the different religions and God and how people look at this stuff and aliens. I said aliens 12 times. Yeah, no, I think I only said like once or twice, and like we talked about like the infinity of space.
Yeah,
and how space can't fit in a box, which freaks me out. Like,
and you're like, it's just expanding. Like, what the fuck?
I don't understand.
Where's it going?
Yeah,
is it on a deadline? Like,
yeah, I don't know. So like, she's just staring at me like.
Just taking it in.
No, it was a good time though. But so it wasn't like the bad Valentine's Day date. That was not a good time. It was a good time. But I was just like, when I got that.
Oh, that was a different time?
Yeah.
Different human?
Different human.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. But so it was just funny because it was just like, I was talking. I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
It just started.
It's still coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, it just started coming out. And it never stopped.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it stopped eventually because she's not still here.
Well, that's fair. But I wish that would have been a moment. I wish I had like a camera. Like
I'm just like, hey, this is what's been on my mind.
No, just so you could see all the talking that came out.
Yeah. And how little was given.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, I don't know if I gave any space for the person to talk on that one.
It's like, this was my time to talk. Okay. Mr. Pillow, you were all up in my space. We're just going to take that bad boy. Too much fluff behind me.
Good?
Yeah, almost.
She had to get rearranged.
Rearranging. There we go. Oh, that's better.
There you go. But yeah, so it was just.
I didn't have any room for my elbows. I was like, elbows like way out here.
It was kind of funny though, because it was just like machine gun.
All to her face.
Yeah, of talking.
Like, these are words that I have.
And I was like, why the fuck am I talking about space? Like, how did this happen, man?
I mean, you break down the heavy stuff like immediately, and then anything else that doesn't like fit with that, it's like they'll take care of themselves.
That's true.
That's the funny thing. Not even about people you don't want to be around, but people who wouldn't enjoy your company. If you're just you, those people who don't like you, bye.
Get out of here.
They go away on their own.
Yeah.
It's really great. You don't even have to do anything. You don't have to like try to like strong arm your space.
Ooh, that's good.
If you're just you,
yeah.
People who like you are gonna hang, and people who don't are gonna be like, you know what, not my type, not my vibe, not here for it.
Yeah, I like that term. Strong arm your space.
Strong arm.
And put that on a fucking t-shirt.
Do it.
That's a good one. They want to strong arm your space.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just what's going on with that situation, and lots of talking about infinite possibilities of humans.
That's fun.
Yeah.
One of the songs I would like. Not walk down the aisle. Well, no, I guess, yeah, it was the same. Walked in and out of at my wedding was called Infinite Reflections.
Whoa.
By Kaleidoscope Jukebox. It's good.
It doesn't sound like your traditional walk down the wedding song.
No, but it was really good. I mean, playing it wouldn't really do anything, but I'll let you listen to it. So it's good.
What type of jam is it?
You know how you like Alan Watts with the overcover?
Yeah.
It's talking with sounds, but this one's like real chill and melodic.
And that's sweet. What you walk down the aisle to? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
And then it's, you know how some songs have like really different beginnings and ends, but the same loop of this like infinite reflections. So walking back down the aisle, he stopped it at a perfect time. Shout out Milk Chalk. He was my DJ at my wedding.
Milk Chalk?
Milk Chalk. He's the one who, Milk Gang Media. Sam got a sweet sweater whenever we were talking about sweet sweaters last week.
That's Andre's Nintendo Switch.
I was about to say, that sounds.
It sounds like the demons were coming after us or something, man.
But yeah, he stopped it at a perfect spot and then clicked it back on. He did real good.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
I wonder if anyone else in the history of the world has walked down the aisle to whatever that song is.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you might be it's hard to be one of a kind when there's like 7 billion people. That might be a one of a kind moment for real.
It's an Aquarius thing. Be like, difference.
This is different.
And I like it. It's one of the few zodiacs that are ruled by like 2 different signs.
What does that mean? I don't know anything about it. Anytime I get so like if I'm like for real.
Okay, like Leo is done by the sun. Capricorn is ruled by Jupiter. Aquarius is ruled by Jupiter and Uranus. Wait, Saturn. I lied. I'm sorry. Saturn.
But what kind of bearing does it have on anything? I don't know what it means.
I don't know. I just think it's funny that I'm not the best at all that stuff. Like I'll listen to it for days. Like anything, I'm like, yep, I can relate. Or just even not. I just like what people put. I mean, I'm silly. I'll be like, Aquarius says like kitchen aesthetics. And I'm like, I love that.
I love kitchens.
I love kitchens.
Yes,
I want to be a purple mixer.
There's a meme floating around and it's like I can't remember the top of it. It's like best ways to really piss off each zodiac sign.
Oh yeah.
I
watch all of that shit.
Yeah, but so I went to mine and I read it and I was like, well, it was these awful things. Like if you did these awful things, I was like, yeah, that would really piss me off.
Yeah, but you could read probably any and be like, yeah, and I'm like, no, shit, don't be fucking mean to me.
Yeah, so I just went and read all of them. I was like, all these things would piss me off. So
yeah,
whenever I read things like that, I'm just like, I don't know, like
it's just fun. That's how I waste my time.
It is fun. It is, but there is some like truth and backing to that.
Yeah.
To the zodiac stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't know about for real.
I say yeah a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then laugh because I think I'm hilarious.
Well,
I mean, whatever.
If you don't think you're hilarious, who will?
Nobody, apparently. I laugh by my damn self. I don't care.
That's how we roll.
Let's see. What
are you Googling?
Not Googling, just checking to make sure I'm not... I have other appointments today. So I'm just making sure that I'm staying on time and on task.
On time?
It's okay. You know what? It's a challenge. That's why I'm checking my phone.
Yeah, that's cool. So like she's so habitually late. My son, my 7-year-old first grade son now was like, he told me today, he was like, we're out there waiting. He was out there waiting on you.
Yeah.
I don't know why he wanted to be out there.
And it's like, I mean, it's nice out. I don't blame him.
Yeah, but he was like, I'm gonna beat her outside. So he was determined. But he was like,
he beat me.
You know what he said? He's like, you know what about Sarah? I was like, what? He's like, you can't trust her.
Oh no!
And I was like, what do you mean?
That one cuts deep.
Yeah, and I was like, well, what do you mean? And he's like, she said she was going to be here 15 minutes ago, and it was like 20 minutes ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you could trust Sarah. I was like, you can't trust her about time.
I mean, time's a construct of your mind. It's not even real. Don't fucking put me to your number systems.
Well, I mean,
get out of here. I know.
That was you talking to a 7-year-old on that one? That was like, that's pretty harsh, man.
He said he can't trust me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But then.
Well, no, because I thought I had a hair appointment in Noonan, which would have been at 12. So I worked with a friend, did a session earlier. And originally we were like, let's do early. And I was like, I'm going to fucking be there on time. I even texted his wife. I was like, I'm going to be there. She's like, I'm going to be shocked if you get here this time. But he was like, let's do it at 10 instead of 8:45, which I would have been ready for because I went to bed early.
You're prepared to be on time. But then
and then I just underestimated how far it took to get from like Pine Mountain to exit 7.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I will say I got off at the exit perfectly on time, but they don't live at the exit.
Well, they live like 20 minutes past the exit?
No, not 20 minutes. And then I missed my turn, so I had to go to like the other one, which isn't that big of a deal, but it would have been more direct.
Sometimes I do that too.
I don't drive in Columbus anymore. I forget where shit is.
No. Well, I don't do that. But like sometimes when I'm driving, like I'll do the time of how long it takes to get there from the time I get on the interstate to the next whatever exit it is. But there's all the pre and post, like the pre get on. Like,
I forgot about that spot. And you get it stuck at a light. And then I had to go get gas, and then I thought I was going the right way, and then I was like,
but either way,
not where I wanted to go.
Either way,
I'm always late.
My son was like, "You just can't trust her." But then like I said, we boiled it down so you can't trust her about time. This is what I told him, and he was like, "Yeah," but I was like, "You could trust all of her other words." He's like, "Yeah, you can."
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yes, I had to walk him through that first. Yeah. He was like, "You can't trust Sarah. You can't trust her words." Or whatever.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So you know,
I am always late. I'm sorry. It's something I'm like morally trying to work on.
It is known.
It's known.
It is known.
It's a funny joke though.
Is it?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
I mean, I'm not, nothing's ever serious.
Like, yeah, I get it.
It's fine.
I was just here chilling.
I mean, worst case scenario, if we're like meeting up at a certain time, it's probably because you're getting a massage. So why are you complaining? Who's complaining?
Who's complaining?
I'm coming to your house. You know what I mean? Like, I got you.
Leave me alone, man.
Those tables are heavy to carry that shit.
These beers are good.
They are really good. I'm glad I put it in a cup.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like all the foam.
I gotcha.
It's very fully. I don't want to be here like burp, burp.
It's true. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's a kind of a beer called a lime goose.
I mean, I guess goose. Ghost?
Yeah, I heard it was a German thing.
We can find out.
Yeah, it's brewed with pink salt, key lime, tangerine. Sorry. It's from a company in Alabama called Trim Tab.
Trim Tab?
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah, I was just walking by the store and they hit me with the marketing, and I was like, I do want that. And it was pretty yummy. But yeah, so if you guys like want to taste what the beach tastes like, you should grab one of these. It's pretty good.
Gosa.
Did you just do the translator?
Yeah. That show always sounds silly. Goes. I don't know what a goes is.
I don't know. But apparently it's a German beer, so I thought that you would dig it.
Yeah, I do like the German beers.
But it tastes very Mexican-y because it's got all the
It is really like it's the best beach feeling you would want to have.
We need it, man.
It's from Goslar, Germany. So instead of Gose, it's Goslar. That's where it came from. And some sort of fermented beer. It's like where I guess the word came from.
Yeah, I believe it was the one that you were talking about, like with the beer and the lemonade mixed together.
Oh, yeah. A Rattler.
Yeah, so I guess it's kind of in the same vein as that, because this has got not lemonade, but it's got all these other margarita stuff in it.
Margarita things. Okay, yeah, I was just reading. Like
You're just doing some.
Just trying to research.
I was just doing some solo reading on the podcast.
Just break out a book and just like for 30 minutes, just.
I'll just like comment on what I think I'll be like, look who's talking, narrator.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm probably the most annoying person to watch like a movie with because I'll narrate the whole thing. It's really fun.
What's your best movie to narrate? Like, what's one you're like, oh, hells yeah.
Oh, I mean, what I've done it to, other than like stuff I've been watching with Sam, which I try to appreciate Sam's like TV time if we're trying to relax. And to shut my fucking mouth. But if friends are over and they've given me alcohol, then game's open.
Game's on, Sam.
And we gonna have fun. We did it last time too. John Mulaney's my favorite because I can narrate I can just copy what he's saying the whole time.
So you're just doing.
I know the whole bit. So I know all of it.
You're doing it word for word.
Just word for wording the
gotcha.
jokes. And then we did Star Wars, Attack of the Clones.
All right.
Fucking Anakin, man. What a bitch in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm fucking whining about everything. I have a rat tail on the side of my head. A lot
of people don't
angry.
Anger.
I'm frustrated and no one's listening to me. I'm not a boy. It's like, shut up. A lot of people, so annoying.
A lot of people hate the prequel trilogy.
But then he comes on that third movie and he has his shirt off. We're like, boy, you're cute.
I didn't think that.
Oh, I did. I was like, damn.
I don't even remember I don't even remember him being.
He's
topless.
still bitchy in that.
Yeah.
It's like a scene. And it's really funny too because Natalie Portman, and like it's crazy to think she's such a beautiful person, but she's got her crazy like crimp in her hair, and it's the same scene, and they're like being all lovey-dovey and on their balcony or some shit, and it like flips over to her. He's like, "You're the most beautiful," blah blah blah, and like she looks crazy in this particular scene. Like the hair looks crazy. It's a crazy expression. It's kind of like a little bewildered.
Yeah. I remember the balcony, but like I don't remember him. I don't remember his shirt situation.
I mean, you were probably looking not at his nipples.
I probably wasn't.
So
I was either like that age. I was either checking out Natalie Portman.
Yeah, I mean,
or
that was the more appropriate scene to check out, I guess.
Or like trying to find look at his lightsaber hilt and be like, oh, look at it. He's got a lightsaber.
That belt. I want it.
Yeah, but a lot of people hated the prequel. Well, both of them actually. But then like the prequel trilogy just because like his acting was so bad.
He's such a fucking baby.
But it's like some of the worst acting I've ever seen.
And then he just goes slaughtering children and becomes fucking Darth Vader.
Yeah, well, that part was cool. I mean, that was awful they did it. But I mean, like, Darth Vader's like super evil.
Yeah.
So, like, until he redeems himself.
In the lava.
Yeah, that last scene of Mustafar when he was like, when Obi-Wan was on the high ground.
Yeah.
And just chopped them all up.
Yeah.
That's every time, man.
That's one of the things. Do it. What's his face? The guy who's like, I'm too weak, and he's like, ah.
I don't know what scene you just did, but that was pretty good.
Oh my gosh, who is it? I don't know. Margarita beer. You should get this beer. It's good.
Yeah, because I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, I don't even know what just happened.
Okay. The bad guy.
The main bad guy.
The bad guy with the lightning fingers out of
the
his...
Emperor.
Yeah, the Emperor. Duh,
Yeah.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got two scenes. One, whenever he's like, I'm pretty sure it's Anakin. He's trying to make him kill somebody, and he goes, "Do it."
Oh, that one.
And
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah.
And then the other one is where the lightning's, where he's like, is it Samuel L. Jackson? That's what he's.
Yeah.
If I'd blast his ass through the fucking window.
Yeah. So you don't even know if Mace Windu was actually dead. Because you never, he could come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Samuel.
And he's like, I'm too weak. And he's like, I lied to you. Electrocutes him.
So this is the movie you narrate.
Yes.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Oh man, I kind of want to watch this. We need to watch it.
I think it's hilarious. Like, I am crying, and it's a good endorphin serotonin boost for me.
How about the other people that are watching the movie?
Some of it's funny. It depends on how long I go. It's a 2-hour movie. How much of my voice can you tolerate?
Let's do this.
So that really just depends, because I'm also like hackling the entire time. So it's like, do you enjoy me more than the movie? Because your focus is going to be on me because I'm talking.
The movie's in the background.
It's in the background, and I'm just making commentary.
I just learned that, yesterday that the little kid that played Anakin in the first one?
Yeah.
The Phantom Menace?
He was still pretty whiny.
Yeah, but he got I didn't know this until yesterday. He got so much hate mail and hate
Poor baby.
from his like being Anakin that like he never acted again.
Oof.
Yeah, they call him Fat Anakin.
Oh.
I was like, well, he's not. Well, this person was telling me this yesterday. I was like, well, he wasn't fat, in the movie.
He's
and
a
like,
baby.
yeah, and they were like, no, he's super fat.
I
don't know if that's true or not.
Broke his spirit.
Yeah, so he got all.
I just learned today that Bo Burnham doesn't do comedy anymore for his mental health.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, but your special was so good.
It was so good. Okay, so I sent you that wholesome special.
Yeah, what's his Happy Face?
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched it. It's funny.
Yeah, it's okay.
He does have a big mouth.
Yeah.
Big smile.
Yeah, but I was told by somebody that Kevin Hart was not wholesome enough, and she couldn't handle that type of comedy. Oh. And she made us watch.
You know what I missed? The first time watching Cat Williams specials.
Man. Pimp Chronicles, man.
Oh my gosh.
Man. The first time I saw that. When he jumps
on that friggin' stool. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Dude, when I saw him walk out in that green suit with the whatever belt buckle he had on, I was just
his hair. He'd like dab his forehead so he didn't get none of that sweat on his like perfectly straightened hair.
Oh man, yeah, that was good, man.
Like the first time, you never look at some things and you watch them and it's like, I wish I'd never seen it so I could experience that first time again.
Yeah.
Cat Williams was one of those.
Yeah,
that was so funny.
That was in Atlanta too.
I believe it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
ATL.
I wish he would do another one. Like I've seen every Cat Williams special that I can get my hands on. I haven't seen a fairly new one in a while.
I mean, he might be tired.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just want to see like Cat Williams, Chappelle. Eddie Murphy was talking about doing another special. He hasn't done one since the 80s.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Was the last one he did where he's in the red jumpsuit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that one a good bit.
Yeah, the Delirious and Raw, man.
Yeah.
Those are so Eddie. Those are just so good, man. I grew up on those two movies.
Yeah.
And then Coming to America. That was like one of my all-time.
It's about to come out again, man.
Yeah, Coming to America Part 2. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Pop culture. What a funny thing.
Yeah, I love Coming to America too. No, excuse me, Coming to America. I watch that one all the time. Those are my everyone like Beverly Hills Cop. Those were good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those are so good.
Those are good. Comedy's good.
They're just so good. I was watching the Chappelle show. I haven't watched it in a long time, and I was like, damn, I forgot how good this show is, man.
Like, shit, why are you so funny?
Yeah.
Do skits with. Not Prince. I mean, the one with Prince is hilarious. Rick James. Oh my gosh.
Charlie Murphy.
Fucking and Charlie. I'm fucking kicking his boots on the couch.
I think most of those were fuck your couch. I think most of those stories that Charlie, or all of, they might have been embellished a bit, but I think,
but I'm sure they're true.
I've heard like other people like back up that Prince story.
Yeah.
It was like Prince would try to ball you up like in the backyard all the time.
But like, I keep my shirt on. It's fine.
Blouses.
So funny.
Oh, the worst April Fool's joke I have ever been a part of in my life. So
that you physically took part of?
Yeah, I was fooled.
Oh, you were fooled. Okay.
Yeah, so like I was in college when the Chappelle show was like at the like jamming with funnies, right?
Yeah.
So I was like 18 or 19, I can't remember which year. I was in college though, and then in the school newspaper they put out like Dave Chappelle's come and do like a 1 hour stand up. Yada yada yada, whatever nightclub, whatever nightclub we had or whatever. And everyone was like, "Oh shit,
we're gonna go!"
Yeah, and then there was like a number to call when you called, and it was April Fool's Day when they posted this. I didn't even think about it. Everyone got so hyped that the Chappelle was coming.
What? I want tickets. I want 20.
Yeah, all of them. So then we called the number, and then like said April Fool's, and it's like, "Oh motherfucker!"
I was like, "Fuck! I want to see Dave Chappelle."
Yeah, man, where everyone was getting groups together, trying to like buy the tickets and stuff.
Like, I got my money. Man, you guys didn't even have Venmo.
No.
You had to go to the bank.
Yeah.
Go to the grocery store, go get some cash back.
Yeah. I still don't really use like Venmo and Cash Apps. Like that one kind of passed me.
Venmo's the only thing I have.
But I just like, someone's like, Venmo me half. I'm like, no.
Like, I'll give you cash.
Yeah.
I always have cash on me.
Or just like,
don't at me.
I'm just like,
I never have cash on me.
I was just like people throwing it on you.
I mean, people pay me in cash.
That's true. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know on that one. I don't know. I'll drink some more of this.
Yeah, it was good. I'm done. I'm almost done.
Oh man, I'm on numero dos.
Yeah, well, you live here.
That's fair. That is totally fair. I don't know how you brew a beer with pink salt, like in the brewing process.
Maybe just throw that shit in there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Sprinkle it in.
It definitely tastes like pink salt, key lime, and tangerine are in there.
It's delicious. Yeah. This is really good.
Yeah. This is a winter chicken dinner. my neighbor's awesome. Like he was like I think he was kind of drunk the other day. Yeah, and it was like I was here on my lunch break, so it was like 12.
Was he grilling?
No, it was like 12:30.
He's grilled before though, right?
Oh yeah,
brought you some food.
Oh heck yeah, man, we're buds.
Yeah. Purple house person.
Yeah, the guy at the purple house. Yeah, my neighbor has a completely lavender house. This is different shades of purple.
There's like lavender, lilac, and there's this. Yeah, it's super nice. Let me just make sure this wasn't actually something. Dun dun dun.
What are you Googling now?
I'm just making sure. Like I said, I have another appointment after this because I'm popular this weekend apparently.
Popping. Well, thank you for gracing us.
Oh, you're very welcome. I just am trying not to be rude to make sure that everyone knows what the plan is so I can get that done. So, momentary pause while we hear the thoughts and rambles of Dr. O.
Oh, I thought it was going to be your...
What's your thoughts?
I thought
I can't ramble thought and text at the same time.
You were doing it.
I mean, I wasn't texting. Did you not see my thumb? I'm just looking at my phone.
Now I was just listening to your inner dialogue.
My inner dialogue of, I like my phone on dark mode because who likes looking at a white screen? It's so blinding.
I hate that.
Put it in dark mode. It's very
warm
and cozy.
I hate the apps that don't respect dark mode.
Yeah, like, fuck you. I don't need your blinding ass white background.
They're like, we don't participate in dark mode.
Yeah.
Man, one of the worst things you can do, I read, this is one of those things that I read, but I can't remember any details on, is like when you wake up in the middle of the night, people just like looking at their phone. There's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't wake up and look at your phone if you're trying to sleep, but one of them is for your eyes, like the light.
I turn all of that down. I'm so weird about my phone. I keep it across the room. I make sure my Wi-Fi is off. I make sure
you don't want the EMFs as EMFs.
I'm not trying to have that shit by my brain.
Yeah, it's coming. The Wi-Fi is right there behind you. You're getting hit pretty hard.
Bam. Yeah, ours is like on the other side of the living room now, and I'm really appreciative of that. Yeah. It was at our kitchen table, and I was like, I'm not eating at the kitchen table because I can hear this thing fucking whirling.
Is it you can hear it humming, or do you don't want to like?
No, because I know the waves are coming like through my fucking brain space. But then I hear it humming. I'm like, that ain't right.
You look down at your eggs like it's messing my eggs up.
Like, we're stepping away from that,
dude. I had
pineal gland, my eggs, like protect all my shit. Like this is mine. I don't need your fucking waves messing my shit up. So,
man. I had two things I was going to say. Well, I'll get to the cool one first, I guess.
Do
it, man. They had like a really cool dad moment.
Oh, nice.
Thursday night. I think it was Thursday night. Andre was here. We were chilling. He looked at me dead in the face and he was like, Dad, can we make cinnamon rolls and then eat them on the couch and watch Star Wars? And I was like, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
I've been waiting 7 years for you to say this to me.
But I also feel like that was like a trick question because he knew if he's like, man, what can I combine together?
That dad will make me have cinnamon rolls.
It doesn't even matter what it is because the two things he'll just say yes because he loves them so much. He was like, cinnamon rolls, Star Wars. He said, I was like, yes, son. I will do that.
I'm like, yes, that sounds wonderful.
I'm on it.
Let me go preheat the oven.
I did. When he did it, it was awesome, man.
Love it.
I looked at him like we were watching Star Wars Rebels. I looked at him. I was like, hey, dude. And he's like, what? I was like, this is the best idea you've ever had. So,
his ideas are just going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
Because his brain is getting bigger.
Yeah. So
and he's like, you know what? This guy, I fucking know what this guy likes.
Yeah. He
like, I'm going to make him a picture. He's going to keep it forever. He's going to tell 7 people about it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to make some good food. And we're going to get cozy. And then we're going to like kind of trash talk.
And watch Star Wars.
It
was good, man. The other thing, I guess it's not as cool. Well, I don't know. I was reading, it's another thing I saw on the internet. Where
internet stuff.
Internet. But what isn't on the internet? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I only look at a quarter of it.
Yeah, I don't.
I look at this much of the internet.
This isn't even in my wheelhouse. I don't know how it popped in front of my face. Like, I don't know. But it was like in China, they were doing this goodness app. So there's somehow they're going to be able to track, like if you volunteer or do something bad or whatever.
That strangely sounds like the good place. Like, let's take a counter of all the good stuff and
it does.
Maybe you'll go to fucking heaven. If not, we're going to murder you and trick you.
I didn't even think about it. It is exactly like the good place. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So they're putting a good place system in place in reality in China soon. So if you've never seen the good place.
I mean, that's a pretty good amount of people to do a test on.
Yeah. So again, I don't remember. I just watched a video.
That's a large test subject.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. But so if you haven't seen the good place, it's basically when we're on Earth,
we have counters.
Yeah. Every action and thing that we do has a negative or a positive point balance, and they all have different values. Like if you like take a bullet from someone or something, that'd be like a huge point value. But like if you stole a tomato, that'd probably be like a smaller negative.
But there was a whole bunch of them because I kept revamping it. I'm not going to tell the show.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's how you get. And if you get a certain level of points, you get into the good place, which is basically heaven. Or if you don't, you go to the bad place, which is hell.
But they trick you.
Yeah, so it's a good show. Anyway, you should watch it. If you like The Office or Parks and Rec, you should check that show out.
Yeah.
But like in China, like they're doing that. So they're giving it's a point system. And then there is, from what I read,
what's their reward? Do they get to like pick in the treasure box?
I don't know, but there's
there were erasers.
It's like when you go to the dentist, you get a good dentist checkup. You get a yo-yo.
I was thinking in small kids classes. We had a treasure box in my like second grade class.
Yeah, he had that in kindergarten. He loved it. But like, I don't know, you're just not school dentist. You're
my dentist gave me stickers.
Really?
We had a thing of stickers. Did I not tell that story about? I was like, okay, Miss Caroline, she cleaned my teeth from the time I was like 6 until I was like 22. Great lady. She always told that story of what happened because she was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Okay, get my dentist thing done. Boom, she's real kind. She let me pick my flavors of my fluoride thing to bite into.
Grape. You always got to pick grape.
Yeah, grape. Maybe we had grape and orange one time and I was like, tangy.
Yeah.
And so I knew she had to clean up before her next person. And I was like, hey, can I get a sticker for my brother too? And I was like, I was on a mission to find a good one. And I mean, I had pulled a few out. I was like, I promise I'll clean this up. There's a perfect sticker. And she was like, thinking it was so sweet that I'm like taking my time to find this specific sticker. And I was like, yes, I found it. And I'm cleaning up. She's like, oh, that was really nice of you. What'd you get? I was like a clown because he's scared of him. And I just walk off. She was like, oh, that little stinker. She just was like, she was floored. Because she was just sitting there thinking like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Like, she knows our whole family. She's like, oh, she wanted to do something for her brother.
You like sparked her like faith in humanity.
Yeah. And then I crushed it on the way out with like, he's terrified of clowns. Man. And then I walk off.
And siblings are crazy, man.
My brother kept that in his wallet until he got a new wallet.
Did he really?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Right in the center. So whenever you flip, and he would go, oh, because he's silly.
Kids are crazy. Like, there's two. I have a family that comes in their patients, and there's these two kids. They're twins.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So they're about 6 or 7. I think they're 7. And I was
fuck with each other. Nonstop.
So we have stickers in the room. So like after I adjusted everyone, somehow like one of the brothers got one of the stickers, and his other brother wasn't looking, and he like smashed it on his eye. So it wasn't like a violent punch, but he got it. But like he got the sticker stuck to the skin on the, like covering the whole eye. So the kid that had the sticker on his face had to peel it off
his eyebrow,
off his eyelashes.
Oh,
so he had to rip. So I had to watch him rip some eyelashes out. Man, I was just like, oh my god, that was. And then like he was like, if he was like had his like sticker and like something was like, and, like, you look at the sticker and see eyelashes on it. I was just like, oh god,
oh, poor dude. What a baby to have to experience what it feels like to pull out. But every lady who's ever worn fake eyelashes, we fucking too impatient to like put on your makeup remover, have the glue dissolve, peel it off nice. No, you're just like, all right, it's ready. And you just fucking rip it off. And then you're like, oh, I should have prepped that. So
yeah, I don't know that life.
Fake eyelashes are fun. They're just like,
they do look cool.
They are really fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can be heavy when you first put them on. You feel like your eyes are closed.
I feel like fake.
I feel stoned.
I feel like fake eyelashes are very like
they're so popular.
Yeah, are very like event specific. Like you can go somewhere and fake eyelashes look super cool.
Yeah.
But then if you're just like
in them every day.
Yeah, but if you're like just shopping in Publix and you see somebody with a certain kind of eyelashes, it looks kind of weird.
I mean, it's all about the life you want to live. If you want everyday events to be spectacular,
eyelashes.
Do what you fucking want. I do like wearing them out. And I mean, would have getting them like put on be a little bit easier for music festivals, but we ain't got fucking money for that. We just spent money on our festival. So when they were happening, which has been more.
What you mean getting them put on, like a professional do it?
Yeah, putting eyelash extensions as opposed to the strip of eyelashes that you just glue on your fucking face.
Well, how you do eyelash extensions? I've never heard of that.
So you have your eyelash shaft. And then you have the
That's a funny word.
eyelash shaft.
Yeah, I've never heard
and
that in my life.
Have
That's a funny word.
Usually it's almost like a 2-pronged kind of eyelash thing, and you glue it onto the tip. So it extends it, and you have like
two
more. Yeah, so it looks very full. They're, since they're, I don't know if they're like permed, curled, or whatever. It's probably freaking plastic, or they look nice. And then just floof, floof, floof.
And they just fly away.
Yeah, but you know how that festival life is. Like you're not taking your makeup off before you go to bed. You're going to bed. So when you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, hello, I look fabulous. Because you got these big fucking eyelashes on. And you're like, oh, yeah, I do still look nice. So that's always fun.
There you go. That's a little festival pro tip.
But then your contacts are still in and you're just like, oh, it's fucking dry.
I don't miss that life. I gave them up. I gave them shits up like.
No, I like my contacts.
Not me. Well, that's not true. I wore contacts from 5th grade up until like 30.
Nope, I had ugly glasses in high school.
Up until like 30 something. Like, so I wore them for ever. And then it got to the point where like when you wear your contacts and it feels like, let's say they're 2-week contacts, but you're on like you're on like week 4.
Oh, I take mine out every day.
Well, yeah, but like even if they're 2 weeks, you're still supposed to get new ones after 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, I change them out every month. Mine are monthlies though, but yes.
But
yes.
sometimes you
have that contact that where you stretched it too long and you're like, I feel that granular feeling behind my eyeball scraping it.
So like every pair of contacts was like that for me.
Oh, brand new?
Yeah, all brand new. I've tried all different kinds, and basically what the doctor told me was like my inside of my eyelid was infected or inflamed from blinking for so long and it rubbing over contacts for such a long period of time. And I was like, okay.
Like, all right, fuck my eyelids.
That's why I felt like a dragon was blowing in my face. It was, And then, so I was like, okay. He's
I
like,
guess we're getting cool glasses.
Yeah, that's what I had. And he was like, well, you know what? We'll just give you some antibiotic drops. You'll have to use them like twice a day and you can wear your contacts. And I was like, no, thank you.
No.
I was like, I don't want to have a forever infection in my eye just because
contacts are not that cool.
Yeah, I mean, like just because I'm scared to wear like glasses or something. You know what I mean? I was like, it's crazy. So I was like, no, I'm good on that. So then that's when I moved over to glasses life.
Yeah.
Especially with a mask is a bitch. Yeah, it's like I'm just like, oh god, I can't.
Oh man, the first time we used our oven, it was so hot. Like I thought I had burnt myself.
Yeah,
but my glasses immediately steamed.
Oh, God. I was like, what made you think about that? Sorry, what is the connection there?
There doesn't have to be a connection, okay? There's thoughts going on up here, and I just start the sentence wherever I want it to.
Yeah, it's stream of consciousness.
That's what it's like living with me. Sam's like, I'll just like da 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 da, and he's like, what? And we weren't talking about anything for one, and you're in the middle of a conversation.
So you think half the convo, then you're like, let me get the second half out.
And then I'm like, then what do you think? And he's like, about what? I'm like
all this shit I've been thinking for like 20 minutes.
It's like, you weren't here. You didn't hear that. He was like, no, you weren't saying anything. And I was like, oh, we were talking.
It was a really, really, really good conversation.
It was a good conversation. Man, springtime. It's almost here. It's freaking beautiful. Even if you're in places that are cold.
It is way better. I can't dig on the cold, man.
I don't know, that white and like that big bright sun of like actual springtime, and then like the glitter that snows can have. That's pretty fabulous. I'm partial. I just like all of it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at a single bit of weather.
I'm kind of mad at like the bitter cold, but
if you call it bitter cold, yeah, you're going to have some feels about it.
I'm not mad at the beautiful cold. It's just so cold. It's hard to,
Sherpa, bro.
Yeah, I get the Sherpa. But then
you don't wear your robe enough is why you're cold.
Fair, very fair. I need to get on that robe life.
Robe life. Gotta get warm.
But then, but to be fair though, when it's like 105, that sucks too.
Yes. Unless you have like your scarves of linen.
Scars of linen. I don't have any scars of. I've never worn linen pants.
I'm sure they feel real good and breathing.
I always see people like on like beach movies running in all white linen suits and it's all flappy.
Yeah.
All the clothes are just flopping around and it just looks so good.
Yeah, and you just got the warm, especially if you do have like appropriate sun clothing. You have like coverage, so your skin's not being scalded.
Yeah,
then it's so breezy.
That reminds me, have you ever been on a beach trip with someone, like a group, and they brought an infant or toddler to the beach?
Yes.
Man.
My family.
Okay, yeah. Man,
it's hard.
It's a lot of work. It's to the point where I didn't even want to go to the beach with him. I was just like...
my mom, she likes we have the little tent, and then you have the pool, and you dig out the sand, and then get the cabanas.
Yeah, so like with a kid, you have to have coverage. You have to bring one of those stupid fucking pop-up tents that blows away.
I was that kid.
Yeah.
I needed coverage when I was 17. I was like, get me out of the sun. I can't
you need it, but especially little kids. You got to bring that and the toys and all the stuff and like snacks and cheese sticks.
Gotta bring it.
And if you have cheese, you can't give a kid cheese without anything to drink. They get cheese mouth. This is like the worst.
Yeah, they can't.
So then like, it's just like, God, man, we would go to the beach and like, I'd be like, was that worth it? I've had to carry so much stuff.
I will say my sister enjoyed the single day with me just at the beach before the children and my parents came.
It's like regular beach.
That was the first time I saw a full constellation.
Which one was it? The Big Dipper?
No, I've seen the Big Dipper. It was Scorpio constellation.
The Big Dipper is a constellation.
I know, but not that. You can see the Big Dipper anywhere. But Scorpio's fucking huge.
How huge is it?
Enough to where I had to look on it. It's this big. If you're not watching it, my hands are very far apart from each other.
I saw you set me up for the joke. That's why I was like, wow, how big is this? I thought that was the setup.
Sorry. But yeah, it was enough to where like laying down on like a beach chair flat.
Yeah.
And could see it just kind of out of this like full scale of my peripheral.
How do you know it was Scorpio?
Because I Googled it.
That's what I was just checking.
I did my star map finder thing.
Oh, I was just wondering because I would look up and be like, that looks familiar, maybe. And I wouldn't know what it is.
Well, I was already just had it out just because we were out there. And then it was just like, this is a Scorpio constellation. And obviously when you're on the screen, it is a little bit obviously you're looking at a 4-inch screen, not quite to scale. But to be able to map it out and just be able to see everything. And it was a really clear night. And I saw a meteor star.
Meteor star?
Meteor star. I was going to say shower, but it wasn't a shower. It was like one.
Like a shooting star or a meteor.
I mean, it was something that went pow. And it was great.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those either.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You need to spend more time outside at like 4 a.m. 3 and 4 a.m. That's where some shit happens.
Yeah, every time I hear like, go out and look at this, whatever.
Yeah, whenever they're like, go out and look on the 27th, what they mean is in the morning hours of the 27th.
Yeah.
Don't go out that night because it's fucking gone. You missed it.
Yeah, that was like 12 hours ago.
It was like, that was the other morning. So.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah, midnight till like 3 a.m. is where you can see a lot of the just little like pew, 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 pew.
That sounds cool.
That is really cool. I've seen one that was like the best one I've ever seen in my life. It's still in my brain. It was annoying because there was like a street light from a fire department, But I mean, fire department bitches got to see. So it's fine. So if you kind of just did one of these and did like a sign blinder, and we're all laying down in just like a gravel dirt way in like Jones County. It was Jones County. Same. And we're all just looking there, and we're kind of like looking back just so you can kind of see the whole dome of the space guy continuum.
That's cool.
Okay, so it came straight down from what it looked like for us. And it was blue, and it like poof and jellyfished.
And what was that?
I forget what blue is, but it's on the internet if you type in what materials burn blue.
Huh, that's cool.
Like copper's green, magnesium's or something.
Yeah.
This is something not. But the not mushroom. It really jellyfish. Like it made like a bell shaped like a jellyfish and just like poof.
It's like a witch move.
It was awesome.
Like when like they make stuff.
Yeah, poof. Yeah, so it just made the bell, and then like it was so cool, and it was so blue.
I don't know why this reminds
like cobalt blue.
Cobalt.
I don't
know why that reminded me of. I can't remember if we've ever talked about it, but like one time I learned, I think it was from Brian Cox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love Brian Cox. If you don't know Brian Cox, listen to him. He's a particle physicist or astrophysicist. I think he's an astrophysicist.
I think he's an astrophysicist too. But
he's fabulous.
Yeah. So I was listening to him talk. I believe it was him, and so like we're made out of carbon, like life, like carbon-based life.
Yeah.
You know? And how carbon got onto Earth or into the universe, or how it happens.
Alien rocks,
man.
Alien rocks just like collided into our sweet little planet.
Maybe, but he was talking about like the way you form carbon, like the way like, it actually started is when a star implodes on itself.
Yeah.
I believe it was called a pulsar.
I know whenever a thing goes into a singularity, a pulsar is
That's
a type
black
of
hole.
Well, what happens whenever a star dies?
I think turns or maybe it's one of them that's so big. It's something happens like a really big planet. It dies.
Yeah,
I believe it's a pulsar.
Okay, I know
Google
pulsars.
it.
Okay, we're gonna look it up because a pulsar I think is 2 stars because they go.
Okay, maybe. Either way, it's
you
one
like my sound effects.
Yeah, I do. I know exactly what that. I get it. But when so either way, a star dies and collapses and creates a vocabulary word I can't remember that Sarah's Googling.
How do you spell pulsar? Pulsar?
Yeah, that's how I would do it.
Right. Let's find out. That is a thermal night vision. Oh, no. So you have pulsars and quasars. No, I think they're just a type. They just emit beams. And they have neuron stars, also white dwarfs. So it's just a type of star. Pulsar is just a type of star.
So I believe it's that one. So when it collapses on itself or when it dies.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Little white dwarf. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
So I don't remember. Yeah, it might be. I mean, that might be it. I don't remember the vocabulary word, but when a star collapses on itself, that collision or situation creates carbon somehow. Like that's how carbon is created in the universe.
Yeah.
And then we're all carbon-based lives, right? So
it came from a sweet dying star.
Yeah. So the way he worked, it was just cool hearing it from like a scientist. The way he said it, it was like the universe created carbon so the universe created us so it could observe itself. Because it wasn't it can't look at its own self. Like there was no mirror.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So the universe couldn't see itself. So it literally created
like
us.
Form into something.
Yeah, it created us so that we can see it. So it created us so it could see itself.
That's cool.
Yeah, when I heard that.
And also Brian Cox, like an MO of that man is like, he talks about the cosmos and the universe like it is a long lost lover that he is just like describing from every like inch of his aura.
Yeah, he smiles a lot when he talks.
He's so in love with the cosmos and he talks so sweet. And he's like, it's just so beautiful at how this happened. And then science words. And he's also British. So you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So like when you said the universe created us so we could observe itself, so the universe could create a mirror, I had to pause the interview. I was just like, pause.
Wow.
And I was like, wait, because it sounded cool. And I was like, but I was thinking about it, I was like, how's that happen? That's crazy, so cool. Man. So I thought that was pretty trippy. And I have no idea why your cobalt blue witch magic fire story made me think about that. But
you're like, maybe I was a blue little beautiful star and came crashing down with my little star of my star, and then like you're carbon.
There you go. You read my mind.
Well, the first time I saw, it was like a I guess, a rendering of like what life would have been on a planet before like chloroplast was made, and like how that was like had a specific point where it was just like, okay, that's there now. Everything was apparently purple.
Everything was purple?
I think so. Like it was at a stagnant place.
You talking about Earth?
I think so.
This is all purple.
This is what the documentary was
because I've never ever heard of them.
I obviously did not go into any further research.
No,
so, I mean,
why would you?
Why would I? I was like, the Earth was purple before green was made. That's where I came from.
Locking that in.
Locking that in. That is truth to my life.
That is truth.
So I was like, that's where I came from. That's when I was made. Right then.
Did you see? Oh, you probably didn't. Did you watch that interview I sent you?
Which one?
The Joe Rogan one.
No, I was starting it today. You sent it to me in the middle of a work week, and I haven't stopped working.
That's okay.
So,
well, I just sent it because like it's not the newest now. Whenever you're gonna listen to this, but it's fairly new. He had a lady on there. I can't say her name because it's
you said it was from Somalia.
I think it's Somalia. Yeah, I think it's Somalia. It's hearing her story because like this crap happened. Like her story happened in kind of started in like 1994, I think.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I can remember. I was in like middle school or something. Like,
well, I was not. I was a baby. We were in Holland then.
Yeah, but I was just like, that's crazy. So like her whole thing is like kind of talking about. Well, the interview was about how we will really go hardcore on like safe spaces and microaggressions and like all this kind of like trivial, stupid shit. Right. Like that's compared to like right now, what like women are being like arranged marriages, their property, they get preyed upon like in these countries. Like,
Okay.
In these other countries, like there's really women's problems going on. But then like you're just talking about like a safe space and microaggressions and like, anyways.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting because I was like, oh shit. Yeah. I can't. Sometimes I just think like, yeah, of course everything's kind of cool. Like there's no one like.
Be like, stuff's not cool.
Yeah. Like arranged marriages and stuff like that. Shit's insane. Like that shit happens all the time to this day still. And I'm like, oh, wow, shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was kind of how the interview started. But like hearing her actual story about how she left, like she fled that country and went to like, I think it was Holland, Norway. She went to Norway, how she got a refugee status and like everything that's happened to her.
So my friend, that's what they do in Arkansas. I'm pretty sure that's what they're working towards. Like I know they work with refugees. But getting the refugee status and like getting all the documentation done. And then obviously it's freaking traumatic as hell. So you have counselors.
Yeah.
And so that's part of it is like the healing and process of that. And that's what my friends do.
That's cool because like hearing her story was like crazy.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff that was happening to her and like, it's like the new book. I haven't got it. I know you're not going to read it.
Read it to me.
I'm not gonna. I'll probably read it. I'll probably get the audiobook because she said she narrated it.
Oh, nice.
And she has a really cool accent. She's from whatever country, Somalia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it had Somalia on the.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
on the link.
I was pretty sure that's where it was, but I would like to hear her read it to me. She has a really nice, soft.
Be like, I want to hear that.
Yeah, her accent is very pleasing.
Yeah,
because it sounds half British, kind of like she learned English in Kenya.
Okay,
She jumped around.
Well, and then that's how in Germany too they learn English, British.
Yeah, so it sounds kind of British, African, English. So it's kind of cool. But her book's called Prey, and it's just how in other countries women are looked upon as prey.
Okay, I thought you said pray or pray.
No, well, yeah, I think it was a pun on words for her because like she grew up as a Muslim, but then said she's not religious at all because of all the weird stuff associated with like what happened to her.
Gotcha.
Or dangerous stuff and all that stuff. Yeah, one of the craziest stories she told, like when she was a little girl, that they would tell their mom they're going to go to mosque, and that was like or church or whatever. That was the only way they can get out of the house, like her and her sister. And they would sneak off and go watch like movies. Yeah,
it's like I'm gonna go learn something about other places.
And they would see like I don't know if the movies came from America or Europe. I don't know where, but they would see like a whatever movie, and it was just like men and women, like women just doing stuff, like
Oh yeah, like I drove a car somewhere.
Yeah, or
and just like people fucking do that in other places.
Yeah. Okay. So they're watching movies like that, and I think how she described it kind of blew me away. When she was describing it, she said it was like watching a science fiction movie.
Oh, interesting.
Because for her culture and where she lived at, she was like
that would never happen.
Yeah, it's like me watching an alien movie and going, okay, cool. You know what I mean? But she was seeing this like me watching some Star Wars movie about the Force and like Jedi powers and shit. She was just looking at like a regular situation and like thinking like that's so science fiction.
Damn. That's intense.
Yeah. Like,
you forget how intense other people's lives can be.
Yeah.
Even small stuff. Like, I mean, even just like, I don't even know what it's like for like an untimely death. I don't even know what that's like.
Yeah.
And that's like bare ass minimum to some people experience. Yeah, it can be really eye opening whenever you like tune into real stories and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I think that's, we'd mentioned crime
junkies.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, let me tell you a story about this real quick.
Yeah.
So, Audrey, when I was, we were in the car. I don't remember if it was today or it was yesterday. Shit, I can't remember. It was yesterday.
Beer.
Yeah, sorry. It was, beer.
Sorry.
It was yesterday. We used to just yell bourbon. It's beer. He was like, Dad. I was like, what's up, man? He was like, Mom just listens to people talk on her phone about death. And I just busted out laughing.
Like, she's a lady.
And he was like, why did, that's why I shouldn't have said this, I guess. But he was like, why does Mom like this, like it or whatever? I was like, girls love that stuff, man. And he was like, they do love that stuff, man. It's just like they do, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why ladies like true crime so much.
I mean, so after my mom had mentioned something, because she was watching this like true life movie event, just like sad, like an unfortunate thing to happen to an unfortunate person, but it was a real story. And I was like, Mom, why do you unwind your very stressful day in like a pediatric ER, which has enough real life nonsense and like scary things and death and sadness? And then you go home and you unwind with more sadness. She's like, I know it's sad, but it's nice to hear about real people and kind of just like, even just pay a little bit of respect to someone's story. And I was like, I feel that.
Yeah, it's true. Because
like with Crime Junkie, they're not just talking about stuff. It's not like makeup and murder, which is cool. You're telling the story, but usually Crime Junkie will be like, here's information. Here's, you want to talk about somebody who puts things linked to their podcast. They have like so much stuff linked to their podcast. Usually it is some sort of organization that will either pay for these long unsolved mysteries to still have some traction behind so they can find some answers, or even just like holding on to DNA so that technology can kind of meet up to it.
No, I get why it's cool. Like, I get it, but what I don't understand is why women seem to like it so much more than guys.
I don't know.
Because like that's probably one of those things. If I was going to be like super stereotypical, I would think dudes would like that more.
Right. But dudes like, well, no, I don't really know that many.
It's about like
dudes
murder.
that like
I'm just
horror
saying,
movies either.
You know what? It's true. I don't like horror movies.
Sam doesn't either.
I'm not into it.
I am for them. I mean,
I'm not. I don't like that feeling, man. That anxious feeling. They do too good.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like,
yeah. The only things I don't like that really kind of like really will bug me out for a while are like paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that feels too real. I ain't trying to, but like Michael Myers, he'll always enter my dreams. I will always have, it's not even a nightmare, but that motherfucker's there.
Really? He's just like chilling in a rocking chair, just watching or whatever.
There's been a few where I was like, these houses that kind of have like these small room nook, like imagine if you guys can't see, but there's a window up here in this like top half of the ceiling. Something small like that, but a platform, but where you could see, if you were looking out the window, you could see like the roof. So like small rooftop type view. He'd either be like in a yard or in the house next, like across, and like you can see his face in the mirror in the window. Always something like that.
Is in your regular good dreams?
It's kind of a neutral dream, but it's also focused like, hey, you watched Halloween tonight, so here's Michael Myers' face.
Here it is.
Here it is. Like it's gonna enter a dream.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
But it's usually not scary.
That's a subtle creep.
Yeah, it's just there.
It's just there hanging out.
It's just there hanging out.
I think the scariest movie, I remember the first movie that gave me nightmares. Some movie called Ouija Board.
Oh,
this is from the 80s, man. I've never watched it.
I don't like the Leprechaun was really scary. Just because I was like that, like the costume stuff and
that was awesome.
That was
but that was the first movie that ever gave me nightmares. I remember that one. And then what else? Razor Face, Razor Blade, Hellraiser.
Oh, Pinhead! You scared of Pinhead?
Yeah, man.
What? He's just like folk from another dimension. That's a little rough,
I would say, yeah, he's pretty tough, man. That's hard. And then The Exorcist freaked me out for a long time, but I love that movie. So when I was a kid, I watched it all the time, and it was like so crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Exorcist?
Yes.
Okay, because like there's so many crazy scenes in there.
Yeah.
So like when I sit here sometimes, even looking at those stairs, those like the ones, like she's gonna like bat crab down, like there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was crazy when it was like a little kid that was like possessed by a devil, like grabbed
You're
them.
like, I don't like that.
Yeah, and then like, she grabbed. I think it was her mom. I can't remember whose face to like put it in her crotch and stuff. It was a little devil baby. I was just like, oh god,
I don't want to see that.
And I was a little kid. Oh, I don't know how little I was. I was just like, oh,
I'm scared.
Yeah, man. Like all the ones about religion scared me.
Yeah.
Like Ouija board, exorcist, like that type of stuff. Like
yeah. I don't really like the paranormal stuff. Like I don't want to be in my fucking house, and like don't move my shit. Don't open my cabinets. Fuck you.
Did we talk about my story, my ghost stories, right?
I mean, I don't remember at this moment.
That's all right. I think I don't want to like double dip, triple, maybe quadruple dip on the podcast. But yeah, when I lived in Savannah, Georgia, which apparently is like one of the most
haunted
places in the country. I lived in a place that had some ghosts. Like, well, I had some weird crap that happened.
That's fair.
You don't remember these stories?
No.
All right, here we go.
Okay. No, I don't remember it.
I'll give you a couple of them. So one of them, like, it all happened around my bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I lived in a shotgun house. It was straight back because it was like old. It might have been older than my house now.
Yeah.
But everything happened in the bathroom. So like, one of the funniest stories is this chick was over, and like every time she went to the bathroom,
Doc got a lot of chicks over in his story.
Well,
just fucking okay. Chick was over. Shotgun house.
Well, because it's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what makes it funny. It's because every time she went to the bathroom, like she locked the door.
Oh.
And for some reason, I guess the lock was like loud.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't. It was like like,
yeah.
So I was just like in my head, I was just like, "What do you think's gonna happen, man? Like I'm good. Like I'm
not gonna come in there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like bull rush you or anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Boom.
Yeah, but it was just funny because it was a thing. It was always like every time she went to the bathroom, right? So then this one day, same thing, went to the bathroom, whatever, and then like and to put it in perspective, like how it was a kind of an open area, and then like the bathroom door was probably like 15 feet from me. So I was just like staring at it, kind of like me looking forward. Now I wasn't staring at the door for that particular reason, just kind of like the orientation of everything.
Yeah,
you know
that's how
I mean?
the house was kind of set up.
And like so they whatever, and then like a minute later or whatever, I heard that noise very slowly. It was like or whatever.
Oof.
And then the door opened, and like I could see her like sitting there taking a shit.
It's like your door unlocked.
Yeah,
lady.
but like I didn't do it, like because I was still sitting,
Yeah,
and then like anyway, so that was funny. That was a funny interaction.
Oh,
and,
you're like, oof, hi, lady.
yeah, it's like that's fine. And then, but the funny part was like she was like, yeah, the door unlocked and opened.
Oof.
So that's the scary part, like the ghost story part.
I would be scared too.
Yeah.
Luckily, she was already shitting, I guess.
Yeah. So the ghost was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So that was all in the bathroom. It was all like poop jokes.
Yeah.
So, seriously, because like that happened, and then the first one was the very first thing that happened. Is one of my friends came over, and this is not important except for we left and did something. But like before we left, like in my bathroom, like in front of the sink, I had a pair of scissors that I would like cut my like beard with or whatever and trim it. And I was very particular about it because like I don't know, I didn't want anything gross on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And then behind me would be a toilet. And
Yeah.
then above the toilet was a shelf. I don't know if you've ever seen a toilet that has like a shelf above it.
I've never seen a toilet with a shelf.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it was like a bookshelf, like right above it. So it was a little weird, But anyway, so we left, and then we came back, and I went into the bathroom, and I got so mad because I looked at the toilet, and it was like someone had opened the toilet seat, taken my beard trimming scissors, threw them in the toilet, and take that shelf and put it in between like the
seat lid. Yeah,
clamped it down. So I went in there and it was like clamped down, which there's no way that could have possibly like fell because the scissors were like way over there.
Yeah, they would have had to jump from the sink.
Yeah, they would have. And then so I had to push my hand in there and like get my scissors, which isn't that gross, but
For some reason, just sticking your hand in a toilet, even if it's clean, you're just like,
yeah, but it was my face scissors, man.
I mean,
so that was kind of funny that I had to do that. The chick with the poop was really funny, right? So then I was in the kitchen bathroom, that open area, on a computer, and I was typing that exact same story, both those out to a friend of mine on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
And I was typing it, right? And as soon as I hit, this is like a movie, as soon as I hit enter on the story and sent it, my refrigerator, which was in my like sight at the time, the top freezer opened up. Like as soon as I hit enter, it opened up. And it didn't just kind of open, it opened up.
It
opened so hard, the refrigerator went.
Oof.
And the refrigerator was like a full refrigerator, and it jiggled a bit or whatever. And as soon as I hit enter, I was about to tell him the ghost story, and I was just like,
it's like, me, motherfucker, bam.
Yeah. So like Marley was there. I got Marley. I was like, swoop.
Like, we're leaving right now.
I scooped her up and we left, man.
We're like, I'm going to leave.
Yeah,
he obviously didn't find what he wanted.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was crazy. So then, like, in Savannah, there's...
You're like, which beer has beer in it?
This one has a little bit left. I wish there was some more. This is pretty good. Yeah. So there's a lot of ghost people in Savannah that know about ghosts. Or they think they do.
Like, that ghost, that's Alfred. He's silly.
Yeah. So I went and talked. I had a lot of friends because I went all the ghost tours and stuff. And when I moved to Savannah, apparently everyone was my buddy. Everyone was like, hey, can I come stay at your house? We're best friends.
We're friends now.
Yeah. So, which is cool. But so I went on all the pub crawls and haunted this and that all the time. So I went and asked a friend of mine that I made, and he was like, dude, let me tell you what you got to do.
Yeah.
He was like, you got to go into the space, which I was like, it's basically the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he's like, you got to go in there, and he's like, you got to yell as loud as you can. Yeah. And you got to
like, the fuck out my house,
yell.
Bruh.
He's like, you have to yell. And I was like, why? He's like, I don't know. You just
I don't know.
And I was like, okay, it's fair.
You got to like vibrate higher than your ghost spirit.
Yeah. And he was like, just tell them that you want them to leave you alone and that you're scaring them.
Yeah.
Like, but because like he said that most ghosts, that's not their intent. That's not the intention. Yeah. It's to actually scare you.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, my bad, man. Okay, yeah. I'll leave.
So I did it.
Find somewhere else.
Yeah, so I went in the bathroom. I was like, I yelled at him to leave me alone. He scared me, and then nothing ever happened after that.
He was like, you scared me. I'm out. Like,
yeah. So I don't know.
Bye.
So that was like those are the two most pronounced ghost stories I had in that house.
There's another one.
Yeah. And then there's this other crazy part.
So funny.
Yeah. So like I have one other pretty significant ghost experience. I don't know if it's a ghost. Well, you call that story whatever you want, but all that stuff happened.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
It happened.
All the stuff happened. It could have just been magnets or something. I have no idea, but like it all happened.
Magnets.
Yeah. I don't know what it could be. Like I was just saying, I don't know what else it could be, but whatever. I'm not going to tell you that it's not.
Yeah.
But I was on the. Oh, it was that night, same night that with my face scissors, my buddy. That was the point of the story.
Okay, yeah.
So we left and went on a haunted pub crawl, which I did all the time because it's really fun.
Yeah. Ride around in a hearse, drinking your beer.
Yeah. This was a walking one, so we walked around because you could walk around with open containers in Savannah.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, they don't give a F. So like we went by this one where they make you look up at like a cool building and they show you the window like 3 stories up. This is a window that a guy threw his wife out the window and killed her.
Oh, okay.
Because like
darn,
this is like in the 1700s or something, where like there's like ports and people coming in. So this lady was like they hated each other. The mayor,
like got my house.
Yeah, she met a dude on a boat. Fell in love with him or whatever. And like apparently she was either I don't know what year it was. I think she was writing him a letter. And that's when her husband or whatever came in and saw and threw her out the window and killed her. Oh, so that happens. So like that apparently is like a true story.
Yeah.
Like so anyway, she did die. And so the paranormal part, the maybe not true part is that she haunts that space.
But like, that's my fucking window.
Yeah. So they say every time you go up there and you try to like use your phone or a phone, it won't work because like she was communicating, like writing a letter or whatever. So they were thinking like the communication.
It's like you're not going to get any of your words out of here.
Yeah. Right. So like he's telling the story. Right. So then my phone rings. I didn't have it on vibrate. I was like, oh shit, it's not that big of a deal. But I was like, hit
Beep.
the thing.
Just a little button.
Yeah. Hit the little button or whatever. And it was right when he was telling that part of the story, right. Of the, whatever I just said about the communication, yeah. The ghost. So then like, as we start to walk off, I was like, well, let me see who that was. And it was like a non-number. So I was like, that's weird. And this is back when I checked voicemail. So they left a voicemail.
I'm going to listen to it.
I haven't listened to voicemail in years.
What?
And then, have you?
Always.
Really? I never do. You're way better human than me.
I love voicemails. Mostly because, have you heard my voicemail?
Yes.
People sing back to me.
Ah, there you go.
So, yes, I want to hear what you said.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So then we were walking, I listened to the voicemail, and it was just static. Yeah, but have you ever?
Like that.
Yeah, but it was just like that, which is weird because it's when he was talking about like, you can't call or do anything out of there, and it's also because that's weird. That was just coincidental, like crazy timing. And another thing that's weird about it is I've never had a static voicemail except for that one in my life, and I've never met anyone who's just got static.
Just static.
Have you ever got static voice? Exactly, right? That's what I'm saying. I've never met another human that's got static
voicemail.
Yeah.
Aliens trying to talk to you.
I think it was a ghost, man.
I'm like, what up, Chris? You want to be a doctor one day, motherfucker?
I think that was the ghost trying to hit me up, man.
Like,
that was
up,
ghost
dude?
night because that happened. Then we went home.
Be like, what up, dude? You're not on a boat, but I'll talk to you. What up, dude?
Because like, I don't know what it was because that's the night we went home, and then like my stuff went from across the sink into there, and like the shelf come down. Like it was the same night. So that's why
she was like, hey,
yeah, and then
touched your thing.
I don't know what it was, and then the next day. is the day I was typing this to a friend. I hit enter and I was just like, what is going on, man? I hadn't lived there that long. I lived there for a couple of weeks because at first whatever was happening was funny because it involved poop or involved like that chick that was coming over like messing with her, and I was like, this is funny. I don't understand exactly what's going on,
but I like your humor.
Yeah, well, I also wasn't like it's a ghost.
Yeah,
I was just like it's just some weird,
some funny,
like
funny
just
shit's
like
happening
in my
right
head
now.
I was just like some weird nonsense that's happening, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
So why fight the funny? But then
why fight it?
Yeah, so like I was never really particularly, but never crossed my mind until like the shaking of the refrigerator. I got kind of scared.
Like we're leaving.
Yeah, because that didn't seem funny. Like that didn't involve.
I was like,
it's like you went too far, bro.
Like I don't like that. I'm gonna yell in my bathroom now.
Yeah, it's like when you're messing with girls and poop. Funny.
Kind of hilarious.
Yeah, you throw my beard face scissors in the toilet. Kind of funny. Kind of pissed me off.
Fucked up, but kind of.
Yeah, I get the humor in that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Like I'm
That's
wrong.
that bro love kind of humor.
Yeah,
like, I fucked up your stuff.
It'd be cool was if he was like my buddy. I'm like, what's up, ghost? He's just sitting on the couch. He's just like vibing with me on the couch.
Fucking just like pushes your glasses and knocks your drink out of your hand.
I was like, you can't get him back.
Yeah, right.
I feel like that's something that happened to Rick and Morty. Like he just becomes like best buds. With the haunting ghost.
Yeah.
Man, one of my favorite episodes is where they're making fun of stranger needful things. That's
needful things.
Yeah, it's the man. I can't. Stephen King. It's a Stephen King book and movie. It's an older one.
Okay, yeah.
Where I don't know if you've seen this, but it's episode. So that in that book, the like a dead devil moves in and sells items to people that have curses on them.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes.
So anyway, there's a Rick and Morty episode where that happens.
She's working at his shop.
Yeah, somewhere is within like.
What's her name? What's the sister's name?
Summer.
Summer's working at the shop.
Yeah, but then Rick opens a de-cursing science plaza across the street, so people go get their
and then
magic.
doesn't he like sell it to them at a lower price or something like that? He's making money.
Yeah, he makes money. They pay him to take the curse off, so they get like the upside of the magic, but not the curse part. So that's like one of my favorite episodes.
Funny one. Sorry for all the yawns.
That's okay. I got my friend a Rick and Morty the other day.
Your friend that was here?
Yeah, and he keeps texting me like, Tiny Rick. I'm like, you got a Tiny Rick. I'm like, all right, man.
That's just funny. Isn't it like a wasp in one of them too?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like magnetized outside. It's so pretty today.
Yeah. That is one of them. Like where he keeps going to
different dimensions.
Looking for something. And they're all fascist. They're all like like Nazi wasps or Nazi whatever.
Yes, always. It's like, why are the hot dogs trying to take over?
I heard a crazy theory that the Evil Morty, the one that has an eye patch that took over in that one Citadel episode, is the original Morty that in the first season intro that gets killed like in some random by 3 green aliens eat him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they think then Rick left him. Like it's how the show comes on. So they think that might be. There's a theory
there's that one.
Yeah, there's a theory that might be Evil Morty.
Look at that bird.
What?
The bird. He's got a big old fat belly.
Big old. He's like, man, giving him worms.
Yeah, like he's like resting his whole body on his like upper chest.
I could dig it.
And I'm sure his little feet are so tiny.
His little feet are tiny.
Little birds, man, they're so funny because they're like, yeah, I'm about to get that snack, but they're like less than like 4 inches tall.
I'm about to get that snack.
Fucking cute. They just make little nests.
I gotta go pee.
I do too.
That is a universal sign that the podcast is over. High five.
High five. When do you get your psychedelic water in? That was a sad one.
That was pretty weak.
There we go.
That'll be the clap for the sound.
Yeah.
Do it again.
There we go.
Psychedelic water will be here Thursday, so we'll drink that on the next podcast.
Okay.
We'll get in some ceremonial kava kava.
Hell yeah.
We'll talk about spirits.
And stuff.
All right, check us out.
Do like a review. Check us out. Hit us up on the tweeters. Tweeters us.
Instagrammers, Facebookers, YouTubers, all the
faux foobers.
All the things, man. We're there 99. Ever 99.
Never 99 with words.com.
It's got all the links. Check it out. Tell people we talk about crazy stuff.
Yeah. Love you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.